Hi, and welcome to this month's angel card reading. I'm Stacie Tatera, medium healer teacher. We're going to be taking a look at messages for the month of April 2025. We're flying through the year. Unlike anything, I don't know that I feel like time is a time warp right now. And I'm sure some of you feel like it's taking forever and some of you think it's going too fast. But for me, it feels like it's been really kind of flying by. I can't believe we're in the month of April already. So I hope March was a decent and good and not too turbulent of a month for you. So much energy shifting. We've got planetary activity, eclipses, full moons, new moons, planetary lineups. There's so much going on, and I know a lot of people are feeling the impact of that energy in their lives. It's playing out in the world stage here, even in our own country. So there's been a lot going on, and I hope that you're doing okay and that you're doing your self-care regimen to make sure that you stay on top of things for yourself and your loved ones and your family. It's important that we take care of ourselves right now, for sure. Unfortunately, to start the month out, we had a death in our family, and so that's why if you're getting this a few days after my normal April 1st date, that you receive your newsletter and see this online. My mother-in-law passed away last week, and so we have been, doing the things that you do as a result of someone passing and supporting family and so on and so forth with that. So we are doing the best we can to get through that right now, and I appreciate all your prayers and support. So many people have reached out. It's been amazing. So I appreciate the continued prayers and support for my husband and his family and my daughters at this time. So thank you for that. A couple of things that I do want to mention. We always kind of go through some housekeeping. I'm excited because my website is getting a bit of an overhaul, and that should be being revealed this month. So I'm very excited about that. Just some changes that needed to be made on the back end, as well as the cosmetic look of the website as well. So you'll notice maybe some changes there. Nothing too crazy, but the aesthetic and everything should be a little bit better and flowing a little bit easier too. So I'm super excited about that. So look for that. And MilwaukeeMedium.com is where you can find all the information on me in terms of services, classes, scheduling. Everything is on my website. So I remind you, if you're wondering what's going on, you can go there to sign up for this monthly angel card reading. Right now it's a pop-up. Once I get the new site done, it'll be at the bottom of every page. You can sign up for the newsletter. So I encourage you to do that. And then the other thing too is I am going to be gone in June for a few days, actually 10 days. I'm going out of the country to help a friend out with dog sitting. I do this for her on occasion. And as a result of that, any work that I do will need to be remote. So readings for, I believe, the 5th and 6th of June, as well as the week of June 9th, 7th, something like that, will be 10% off. So if you want to set up a Zoom reading, regardless of the amount of time, they are 10% off. You'll want to email me directly to book, MilwaukeeMedium@gmail.com. I have had this posted on my socials, and it's actually under my events tab on my website as well, so you can see the dates that I'll be gone. But I am running a special on any and all Zoom readings, spiritual counseling, angel cards, things like that. I'm happy to do sessions again online at a discount since I will be gone for a little bit of time in Mexico to help my good friend Laura out, who goes to the States and I go there. She's a fantastic human. She rescues animals, dogs specifically, in the state or in the country of Mexico, and I'm going down to help out while she comes and sees her family here in the States. So super fun experience. I love going down to Puerto Vallarta, and again, happy that I can offer services online. So if you have an interest during those dates, just know that you'll get a discount on that. Other than that, classes are coming up. Expect some Reiki classes in May. And then June and July tend to get a little bit more quiet with classes because it's busy for everybody. And graduations are coming up, including my daughter who'll be graduating high school. My other daughter will be graduating from her junior college. So lots of things and activities going on. So just stay tuned on my website. And again, my schedule's open through the end of July. It may even be open through August. I think through July it's open. So if you are interested in getting something scheduled, feel free to go online, look for schedule now, or contact me directly with any questions. Now, I think that's it for that part of things. So let's dig into the monthly card reading. Angels and Ancestors was calling to me for this month. I have not used this deck in a while. It is absolutely one of my favorite decks by Kyle Gray. So I'm anxious to see what we're being guided for this month. Not surprising, we're getting eagle energy right away. See things from a higher perspective. This is a reminder to step back, take a look at things. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't think that everything that you're seeing is true and it's using discernment. It's all the things, but it's seeing things from a higher perspective. I love this card. I appreciate this card. Eagle energy is so beautiful, especially in the Native American culture. I've said this before when I've pulled this card. Eagles can see for 3 miles in every direction, and they sit and wait and they watch. And so I feel like Spirit is letting us know that we need to step out of any messiness that we might be in terms of how we're seeing certain situations in our life, taking time to reflect, taking time to really not act out of emotion or anger, but to really take our time. Eagles are such a regal and just an amazing animal. So I would encourage you as we go through this month that we're looking at things from a higher perspective. Don't get caught in the muck. Don't get yourself so worked up over things that you're super stressed out. I hear a lot of clients talk to me about how to manage everything that's going on in their own lives, you know, things that are happening in our world right now. And I really just encourage people to step outside of things, meditate, pray, to get into nature, do things like that. But really take some time to reflect, use discernment, not allowing yourself to get too wrapped up with things there's things we just can't control. Like I always say, God's driving this bus. So we really have to trust that that's what's going on right now. Even when things don't make sense, we have to trust that things are going exactly as they're meant to be. But again, see things from a higher perspective. So a big ask for some people, trust and thrive. What's interesting is with the stag energy, this word thrive has been coming up a lot lately. And it came up in a reading I did a few weeks ago. And it's where, you know, so many people live in a survival mode that's like we've been in chaos. It's been super chaotic for a lot of us. And so what had come through in a message to this client specifically was that we're here to not just survive, but to thrive, to be abundant, to grow, to evolve, to expand. And so this is, again, trusting in the process, and in the process, allowing ourselves to continue to start to still grow and thrive within your own lives. Just because things may appear to look doom and gloom or that, you know, uneasy for you, and if everything seems great to you, that's amazing too. Like everybody sees things from a different perspective, right? So this is reminding us that regardless of the environment and what we're in, we have to trust in the process and allow ourselves this space and the energy to thrive. So again, we want to do more than just survive. We are meant here to be here to thrive. And so what does that mean to you? Think about that. What does thriving mean to you? It can absolutely mean being successful, being calm, growing, evolving, expanding, moving into your next vibrational levels. You have to decide what thriving means to you. That could be you getting up every day and feeling good about living your routine that you have in your life. It could be, you know, anything that helps you to move forward in a positive way. But again, the trust in this specific card is reminding us that it is important that we trust the process. We're looking at things from a higher perspective. I keep hearing, don't get stuck in the muck. It's not going to serve you. So again, this thrive message has been coming up continually over the course of the last couple weeks. I saw something on Facebook, I think, and it was discussing thriving and what does that mean. So again, dig into that for yourself, but we are trusting and thriving. Be graceful in movement and action. Shalom, Master. This is our last card. The first thing you see is balance. You see strength. You see focus. Be graceful in movement and action. This is interesting too, because I feel like there's a lot of people that lack, sorry, I just totally tipped my table, that kind of lack a self-awareness and grace. And so, you know, everybody is on their own path and journey, and so many things around what our life experience, our lens is obviously going to contribute to how we live our life. And be graceful in movement and action. It's thinking before we're doing. It's reflecting. It's thinking about things in terms of, is this worth getting upset about? Is this worth going off the handle about? Is this worth being mean or not nice to someone else? And so this is a really important message. I love these cards for us this month. Graceful in movement and action. How can you show yourself more grace? How can you show other people more grace? And when I talk about grace, it's like there's patience in that. There's just, you know, I kind of say, like, maybe don't come in for like a wrecking ball every place that you go. Be aware of what that energy is and what your energy is and how it's impacting the world and the people and your loved ones and your family that is around you. And so when we become a master at certain things, we're able to let things flow. We're trusting in the process. But a lot of us just don't have this self-awareness, and we don't take accountability for things, and we aren't like graceful in how we're, you know, managing our lives. And so this is a call to action almost. I feel like it's not a judgment. It's not bad. It's just reflection and thinking about things in a different way. And, you know, we get so caught up in our own lives and ourselves that we never reflect. We never take time to sit with ourselves and to, you know, think about, like, how is our heart feeling, checking in with yourself. And so this card, I keep hearing call to action, is being more graceful and really thinking about how you're moving through life, how you're expressing yourself, how you're not expressing yourself. And again, having that awareness that a lot of people just don't have. And you know, we're all works in progress. We're growing and expanding leaps and bounds in this incarnation. And so I encourage you to be patient with yourself and try to be as patient as you can with the people around you. Draw your boundaries, do the things you know you need to do. But the other thing that I will say is, like, keep things in perspective. Like, when we're seeing things from this higher perspective, you know, we just, you know, I lost a loved one not even a week ago. And there are people on Facebook and social media and in the world that are just bent out of shape about things that in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter. And so it's like, again, look at things from a higher perspective. And so again, call to action. Think about these things. Think about how that makes you feel. Are you allowing life and relationships and circumstances to stress you out so deeply that you have no peace? What are you doing to help yourself in these situations? What are you doing to get help for yourself? And we've had readings where that's come up, like, don't be afraid to ask for help and assistance if you're struggling. It's important for everyone's mental health. And, you know, it's just time for us to have an awareness that we haven't always had in the past. So really, really good cards. So again, that higher perspective, that ego energy. We're trusting, we're thriving, and we're allowing ourselves, we're not using the world as an excuse to stop and to be a victim. We're doing what we can to thrive and move forward the best that we can, and showing like ourselves some grace, other people grace, but being mindful of how our energy impacts the people around us. I feel like that for me, it's a pet peeve, not gonna lie. So I ask all of us to do that for ourselves and check in with ourselves a little bit more often and work on finding some of that balance, because I think a lot of us are teetering and tottering on this, scale system right now. So great cards. So, wow, this is lovely. Labradorite is our crystal of the month. See the magic. So let's look up labradorite. Labradorite is such a great stone. I have several pieces of labradorite, but I want to just read a little bit about the card in the book, right? So see the magic. There is magic all around you. If you lift your gaze from your everyday path, you will find it around every corner. It is in the beauty of a rainbow, the mystery of the stars, a hug from a friend, and the innocence of a child's laugh. Open your eyes to the many miracles along life's journey. Be a participant in the world around you. Believe in divine timing and put your full trust in life's plan. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Take a look around you and you'll find your North Star guiding the way to your destiny. Beautiful. I love labradorite. I feel like I go through phases with crystals in terms of what I'm drawn to. So, if you have a favorite crystal, pay attention to what you consistent. Larimar is one of my most favorite stones, and then amethyst too, but fluorite's another one. Like, I could go on. And so I would encourage you to check out labradorite, maybe do a little research. If you have some, make sure you're maybe wearing it, put it on your altar for the month. As always, you can get your crystals at Remedy within an Elm Grove. We have crystals here at Renew Holistic Wellness, where my business is out of. So lots of places to get those types of resources for yourself. Now, I did something a little fun, and hopefully none of you will get too offended, but I'm like, it's April. I'm recording this on April Fool's Day, which is my grandmother who's past birthday. And if you have a birthday this month, happy birthday. But a good friend of mine got me this set of cards because it's just funny. It's Inner Effing Peace is the deck, right? You got to have some fun. And I love this because I feel like as we go through so much of this shifting and this energy, we're giving the shit up. And so I love the balloons, like we're letting stuff float away. There is better shite on the horizon, and I will take it. That's why I was like, I pulled a card and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to say this, because we just, we're talking about all things spiritual, and then Stacie's going to pull out this deck, but it's fun. It's also lightens us up a little bit, but I love this card because I'm happy to know that good shite is on the horizon. I think we could all use a little bit of promise in that direction. But I love the hot air balloons, like flying away. Is like, let that shit go, people. It's just, we get too bent out of shape about stuff that just doesn't necessarily matter. So you can decide how that sits for you, but I thought this is just such a great little deck. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful month of April. Again, MilwaukeeMedium.com. Follow me on the socials, even if you just, like I said, pop on every once in a while for availability that I have to classes, events, things like that. And again, I'm super happy to be at Renew Holistic Wellness. I encourage you to go to the Renew website, go to the partners tab in the drop down, and you'll see all of us that are here at the space. It's beautiful. Kelly's created just a fantastic wellness environment here. So lots of different holistic and wellness options here at Renew Holistic Wellness. Again, you'll be able to sign up for my newsletter online, either through a pop-up. Eventually it'll be in the bottom of my website, but some changes there. So have a great month. April showers bring May flowers. I'm sick of cold. I'm where we are. So hopefully we get some weather shifting here And wherever you are, I hope you're well. Take care of yourself, love each other, be patient, be kind. You know, I always say, take no shit, draw your boundaries, do the things you need to do. But, you know, thanks for being here and a part of this message. I look forward to seeing some of you. Again, you can schedule on my website if you have questions, milwaukeemedium@gmail.com. Happy to help in any way that I can. But let's just keep keeping on, people. We got this. We all have this. We're here for a reason. We're here to do great things. Let's just see how things just keep kind of rolling forward. But have a good month, and we'll talk in May.